Hello everyone. I'm very excited to bring this match to you because it means a lot to me. This match is kind of old. This game was from like September, October, November. I remember around that time of 2022. So it's kind of old. But it was also kind of during the time that I was just barely starting to climb the ladder in the global league. I was like, I don't know, 900, maybe 1,000 elo. I was just starting out, trying to understand how to play competitively, trying to learn. And this was probably the first match that I ever followed with such intensity. It was the toppest level of play I had seen up until that time. And I learned so much from just watching it. It just blew my mind. We have two of the best players. This is in standard. And so we have Starflash 250, who I've had in many videos. Also has been on the APC. He's amazing. He plays real fast. And today in Global League, he doesn't play very seriously. He kind of plays for fun in Global League and tries stuff out. He plays more seriously in tournaments. But back then, he was grinding to get #1. So he was playing to like his full extent. He really wanted to win everything. He was really try-harding. And then we have this player that I think is Shie. I don't remember the. No, actually, this is not Shie. This is my bad. I thought this player was Shie, but no, this player is Shasha. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Chinese, so it's hard to translate. But I looked it up on Google, and it's something like killing something. I don't know. It's a weird translation, but I'm just gonna say Shasha. This is player Shasha. Not Sasha. Shasha. Very strong player. Takes his time, and he only plays like one game at a time, and very rarely plays. He kind of just shows up for a few months, plays a few Global League matches, and then kind of disappears. But every single game, it is crazy. The positioning of it's just, I don't know, insane. Just brutal gameplay. So two of the very best, just try-harding it, and I kind of just want to get into it because it was pretty insane. So. And I learned so much from it, and hopefully we can go and analyzing all the things that they were doing. So hopefully you guys, especially those that want to learn, that are climbing, maybe you guys are new, you can kind of understand what goes through the mind of someone that plays at the top level, at the very high level, right? Because everything matters. Every infantry movement, positioning, strategy, where do you move is very important. And here it will be demonstrated, and you'll be able to learn a lot. I remember I just felt like I had gained, I don't know, 200 elo from just watching this match as it was unfolding. So infantry movement here is going to be important. Starflash is going to speed this capture over here in the back instead of going for some of these. And it's important, the infantry movement from the one base over here. So Shasha is going to move forward to like go for this city, it seems. Perhaps this one. But Starflash is not. He's actually going to move over here to be in range of 3 possible cities. This one is nice because you can chain right here. But this one is nice because you get this and then you can contest the comm tower. Or maybe move over here. It's kind of in range, right? So you finish capturing and it's already in range of interrupting. And something that I forgot to mention, we have a really nice CO matchup. If there was anything else to add to this match, it's crazy. Yeah, Javier against Von Bolt, which is something that you do not see very often. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm actually very surprised that Starflash went with Javier here. I don't know, but I'm not sure what his thought process was behind that, but it's very interesting to see it. So Shasha is going to go for this city right here. And again, because we have Javier, you definitely want to guarantee getting that comm tower as Javier. As one bolt, you can have fine, right? Maybe this infantry doesn't have to rush it. It can just go capture this. You do want to make sure that Javier does not do anything funny and gets both comm towers, because then you are dead. But as long as you both have one, it's fine. But if you can deny Javier from his comm tower, then Javier is dead. So Star Flash is definitely going to try to get this, but as I was saying before, this city capture makes it so this infantry is already in range of interrupting this. So those very early infantry decisions, this one and this one, are being important right now, right? So now Star Flash cannot just send this guy to capture and this one do whatever it wants. Oh wow, he doesn't even go for the com tower. And actually, okay, he's gonna make an artillery to support the com tower capture. You could technically make an artillery as Shasha here, and it would take 2 turns just because of this single forest. It would take 2 turns to be in range of locking down this com tower, and that would be kind of GG for Star Flash, for Javier. So he's actually gonna forego the com tower right now because he feels like he would not be able to sustain. It would just be very easy for Shasha to interrupt here and then just keep interrupting, and then it would he would only be fighting with lower firepower, right? Because he doesn't have the com tower. He would also be down on income because he would have to send more infantry to support that com tower capture. So instead, he's gonna delay it a little bit. He's gonna go for that income and support the capture with an artillery behind it. On the other hand, Shasha is not going to. He's actually gonna go and start the com tower capture. It's fine. Instead of getting the income, and this is nice, right? It chains over here, so Star Flash is gonna get a little bit more income in the next few turns. Now I have this tank over here. Okay, to kind of put some pressure on this area. You'll notice that the airport is really delayed, right? Like super back here. You have to send an infantry 1,000,000 turns to capture, and then the copter takes around. It's like takes a while, and by the time you get a copter out, the other one can see it and has already an anti-air in defense. So there's going to be a lot of tank, infantry, artillery. Maybe that's the reason why Star Flash decided to go with Javier. As long as there's a lot of land attack, artillery play, it's going to be nice for Javier because he has that extra defense against indirects, right? I think it's 20%. Yeah. Star Flash does not finish the capture. Could have interrupted, but it would have been pretty bad. So good. It just went for the capture. Finish that off, and there goes the little setup of the com tower cap. Now yes, he can safely do that. Shasha would have to sacrifice some of this funding, right? Instead of going for the city, he would have to, like, if he goes to interrupt this, it would just be an interrupt because then it gets taken out with the artillery. You have to support it with another infantry, maybe the tank. It would just be kind of a losing value. So I think it was overall it was good by Star Flash. Delaying it by 1 turn to wait for that artillery, I think it worked out. Now Shasha's gonna get that, so no shenanigans here of com tower denying. We'll see what happens now, which is this tank. That's the most pressing thing right now. It's gonna be putting pressure like it is stopping that city. The timing makes it so that this infantry could have chained onto here, but now it's gonna be able to get interrupted. Star Flash could put the artillery right here and defend the capture from the tank. But that is maybe what I'll do, or maybe he'll shoot at the pipe seam. Let's see. Okay, he does not go for the capture, so he's probably gonna shoot at this pipe seam. I don't know if it's gonna show, because this game is kind of old, and I don't know if it's, yeah, it doesn't show any animation. But yeah, look at that, the HP of the pipe seam got dropped down to 55. So it's going to require 2 more turns or 1 artillery and a tank hit to destroy. So this tank, it officially delayed a little bit of income here from Star Flash. Now what will this tank do? It'll stand right here. It kind of guarantees that he'll have this tile to interrupt the capture next turn. And this tank is kind of forced to defend from this guy. Okay, we're going to go for this. And makes a tank. And infantry, okay. And next turn he'll have 17k. So no more tank on this side. This tank is more so to put some pressure, get some positional advantage, maybe go towards the middle, and kind of shoo away some of the captures from Star Flash. I think overall, CO matchup wise, like thinking of the long game, oh my god, why is the name slipped my mind? Late game. Oh, the late game. I think late game Von Bolt is probably better than Javier. It's very interesting, very tricky and very interesting though, because you have Javier with that extra firepower and defense with the powers, right? You can maybe get 2 before the one ball super. Usually it's just 1. Depends how good the power is. But the super from one ball is nothing to sneeze at. It's very strong, and well, we'll see. We'll get to it. I don't want to spoil too much about the game, but Bomball Super is pretty strong. It can do some nasty stuff, and it's very awkward to position around it. It looks like there's a little bit of a bug here, but I did want to see something about here about this positioning. This was very interesting. I was quickly reviewing this earlier. It was very interesting. So he does go for this capture, and he puts the infantry like on this tile, right? It's still in range of this infantry to get attacked in front of the tank as well. It doesn't really stop any of these units from interrupting this guy, but what it does do, it stops this tank from going and sitting on this city, right? Because you have this guy, this dinosaur, is ready to go and capture this. I guess you could have, yeah, I mean, this dinosaur could have been here and it could have been in range, but this guarantees that this tank can't go and sit, so it does guarantee that he can go and start the capture next turn. So I thought that was very interesting. And now this tank is going to be positioned to defend, so anything that happens over here will be defended by the tank. This tank can still go and sit on this city, which is the one that this dino would have wanted to go and capture, but we'll see if Shasha decides to do that. Like, you can still get first struck, but that defense, man, is crazy. I don't think you want to first strike a tank from the road, maybe from the plains. But we'll see. Now it's Shasha's turn. So, gets the city, slowly capturing these back captures. Again, it's going to take a while to get that airport, but it's probably going to be captured by this guy. It's going to walk here and then over here, same as Starflash. So lots of tanks and artillery early on. We're going to get another tank over here, and let's see what this tank does. So it is going to sit on that city. So it is going to stop this capture, and it's pretty important. Now the focus of the match is kind of shifting around from the little sides to now kind of towards the middle. And this tank's in here, so Starflash does want to kind of push this guy off. Do you attack it? Do you not? We can quickly look at that attack. Even if you attack from the plains, like, that's going to leave it at 7, and then it's going to attack back. So yeah, that's pretty bad actually. That extra defense is just crazy. That can be a 7-7. It can even be a 7-6. Oof. Yeah, not very good. So that is going to definitely deter Starflash from attacking over here. We'll see. Let's go for that capture over there. But the tank out of range of the tank. He's going to start this capture. So something that I do want to point out a lot in this match, which is crazy, is just infantry positioning and threatening captures. So this is nice. This is now broken. It doesn't show right now, but it is. Probably broken by the tank. But now he starts the capture. He puts his artillery in range to defend it. He can probably block over here so his tank cannot attack the artillery. There we go. And these guys are going to finish off these 2 captures right there. Artillery is going to defend this capture from this guy's in range. So that's going to be something to always keep in mind. These side cities are going to be pretty crucial, as they're going to be fighting it out here in the middle. So we're going to get a poke here. Interesting decision to poke at this infantry, but I think he might actually go and capture this. Just being pretty on the aggressive, right? Like, Shasha is being really aggressive in the early game, which is very interesting. And does obviously interrupts, right? Okay, does not interrupt. Wow, does not interrupt this capture. Wow. I mean, yeah, after a pipe seam break is kind of unstoppable unless you can lock it down with an artillery, but it's just very easy to just send double base units and support this capture. So Starflash is going to be happy that he can get that. But I think this poke is somewhat okay. Like, he does have the support over here from this tank. He is setting up a nice attack over here onto this city, so something that Starflash needs to keep in mind. This artillery can't cover both of them, and this doesn't reduce the chances of Starflash from interrupting this capture. He has to send this dino instead. So let's see. Okay, there you go. We got 7-6. Oh my god. And he's going to attack there. Got the nice little arty support there. now that the job is done here, now Star Flash is kind of focusing more in the middle, right? This whole early pressure from Shasha in the middle. Now Star Flash is responding. He's gonna send everything to the middle to kind of guarantee that he can get this, because this city belongs to Star Flash. Really, like this would be crazy if Sasha can get it. So it's kind of forcing to everything kind of collapse here in the middle, and there is not a single infantry in range of that city. If there was one of these that was over here, it would force one of these units from Star Flash, but none of them are. So he can not have anything in range of that city for now. So what will Shasha do now? This activity is going to be trying to bust this pipe seam, I believe. You are against Javier, right? So it's not going to do as much damage as you would want, but they're still not bad against Javier. Like, you know, yeah, they're going to do less damage, but it is what it is. Sometimes you need them, and you'll see. They're going to be... In this map, they're pretty strong, and they're pretty important, because you start to see these big accumulation of army kind of in a line like this. And he actually does kind of pull back. Like, tank is going to be sent to heal up. This infantry stopped the capture, just backed up. And now we're having a lot of units in the middle. Big army accumulation in the middle. Artillery, you got these pipe seams in the middle that are really annoying, but very nice for positioning an indirect. And now we do have this single infantry in range of the city. So Star Flash has to have something this turn in range to stop it. Let's see. Okay, he's gonna bring another artillery, and he's setting up this dinosaur to capture this city. So Shasha has to now have something in range of this. It's those little things, man. Gets a poke there with a tank instead of an infantry. Supports it with artillery, and I guess due to the units, there's no way for Shasha to break through here, right? This pipe seam makes it impossible to take out this dino in one attack, and then attack the artillery. So nice setup here. Shasha could go and take out this tank, but then artillery can get a shot out. And yeah, everything just kind of accumulates here in the middle, and has this one also protecting this capture right here. This game is crazy. It's this thing of the middle and then the side kind of threats and attacks that makes it really dynamic. He's gonna actually use that 5 HP infantry that was here to very barely interrupt this capture. Okay, gonna send another one, and he's gonna finish it off. And will he go for an attack? Okay, he will. Okay, tank from the city gets a 9-4 onto this tank. But there's no way to break through. This line is gonna make it impossible for Shasha to break through. But he is gonna apparently just poke and injure a bunch of these infantry. And that tank, he'll probably take it out. Okay, so that's another tank down. So tank and a half. Even goes for this capture right here. This HT kind of has a bit too many jobs. It had to protect this tank, and also locking down the city. But you do have the infantry over here. So, I forgot to mention, when the past turn, Star Flash did put this dino over here, just in range to interrupt this guy from capturing this. It's important. And then this other dino is on the mountain, but it is in range of this one in an effort to kind of support the interrupt, or to also interrupt this city. So kind of having options there. And okay, goes for some other first strike, so really injuring the walls over here from Star Flash. And if you look at the infantry count or the health, like you have 2 healthy ones and then 2 back here. So that's kind of the thing with these line walls that you make. You can kind of just go for a bunch of first strikes as long as you don't lose too much value, but not having the infantry healthy is very dangerous. In a brawl in the next few turns, it can be very bad for Star Flash right here. So Shasha did not go for that city. It was well defended, and he kind of wants to invest, I guess, in this one. Does have a few infantry defending, but didn't even keep one in range of that city. And he does keep this infantry over here to protect it from this guy right here. So let's see what Star Flash decides to do. Okay, shoots at that tank. Okay, gets the sacrifice. Did he need that? Okay, yeah. Looks like he did. So he needed that to get the tower shield. But it was after these two shots as well, so he's gonna get extra firepower on the tanks, these maybe 3 tanks, and the infantry fights. But it's also from the positioning. That might also be needed to break through. That's gonna take that out. I think actually that makes you what, 130 firepower? Okay, so it's not enough to guarantee a 2 KO over here against Von Bolt. Just Von Bolt things. Does not take that out. Okay, takes that. So pretty much took out this tank that was injured and then injured this other tank. I think he injured this one as well. And just getting a few other infantry hits. And he's also gonna start this capture over here with that extra defense and with a little arty. So a tiny little, like a little squad over here to try to go and flip this and kind of force the hand from Shasha to send some resources. One infantry only is not gonna cut it, so something else is gonna have to be sent, some vehicles or something. So this was really nice. It is an investment from Starflash to do that, but we'll see if it'll pay off. And over here in the middle, it looked really nice. Like that tower shield's turn, it ended up pretty good. He got 1, 2, 3 tanks injured and finished off this one that was a 5. So tank trade overall was pretty nice. So we'll see what Shasha can do. As we pull back over there, so the capture was successfully stopped. He will now have an infantry range of the city. And looks like he joined? What was that? Oh, okay. Kind of glitchy. Okay, yeah. Old replay kind of glitches out. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Look at that. 8-6. That... It's a tower shields, but... yeah, that's not... You have to send 2 tanks next turn to stop that, so he's just kind of sacrificing 1 infantry to delay a 2k swing. But that is gonna go... Probably gonna go through next turn. And just pulling back from the middle. So keeping alive all these units, kind of gonna join a few. But maybe inviting Starflash to attack now. Like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna get this city, okay. I'm not gonna get this one, okay. Maybe you'll get this one. But maybe I'm gonna get this one. I'll probably get this one. We'll see. So now Starflash, he really wants to, yeah, make sure that he can get this. I wonder if he'll join cap, maybe like put an infantry over here just to make sure that no 2 units can attack it. Maybe just puts an infantry here and another one over here, then he'll be fine. He puts this into heal over here, also in range to interrupt this capture. There's only 1 infantry here that can reach, so gotta always be aware of that, man. That's like classic. If you're like starting off in the global league or all the way to the intermediate level, it's something that I talk in the videos too, like in the tutorials that I made. The infantry positioning is so key. Like this stuff, you want to be in range to threaten, and you want to be in range to defend your cities. That's the stuff that I learned from this match, which is just crazy. And there you go. This infantry is gonna sit right here, so prevents 2 attacks. And it also makes it safe for this artillery. And got an attack on this guy that was at 7. Maybe he'll bring the artillery. Okay, he's gonna take out that guy. So kind of maybe kind of falling to this little bait of the middle fight. It was somewhat of a positive trade there after the power, but it was a power, right? Like you would expect the power from Javier to have a positive trade. It's gonna be tricky though once we get closer to that super from Von Bolt. So yeah, we'll see. But there it goes. This infantry is gonna start that capture. And this side things, it's crazy, man. I know I've said it a few times, but I just love it. You have this big fight in the middle, but these like side quests in the side, just foreseeing how much do you send to defend, how much you send to flip it. It affects your overall fight in the middle. Just amazing. I love it. This match was crazy. And he also goes for this capture right here. Which is very awkward because it has a pipe seam. Has the setup there with the arty. Doesn't seem like he can reach that art. I think maybe this tank doesn't reach. So the only unit that could reach this forest to attack the artillery is this tank. But you needed to break through this tank, so there's no way to attack the artillery. So very nice there, and maybe too much of an investment from Starflash in the middle to kind of allow this positioning. So shifting now the game from the middle by Sasha towards this side, towards the north, which is actually his strong side. His two base are going to be pushing this way, so it's going to be very awkward, and it's kind of catching Starflash. Starflash, man. Certain words I'm having trouble pronouncing with these what do you call it? These bracket thingies. But Starflash, catching him a bit off guard. Like you got these, all these guys, all this army in the middle, and you really need them up here. Unless you want to mirror and try to do like a damage race and try to go for these properties over here. But he does need that anti-air. It is going to be just in time. As I was saying earlier, it's very easy. You just see a copter, you make it, and it's going to be in time. It just takes so long for those air units to come out. And yeah, shifting everything towards the top now. So Shasha is going to front switch. We started off over here, then towards the middle, then kind of pull back, and now going more towards the top. So he's starting this capture, this one, and this one. So the stuff like just like catching up. It's just like, oh, pressure here, now pressure there, defend. Okay, I did well, now I have to go there. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. But he is probably very happy that he successfully got this flip. Putting him at 22 to 19, which is awesome, but you have these threats, right? So it's going to be important to keep these under control if he wants to make sure that he has that income advantage. So he's going to interrupt that, send a tank to interrupt this one. Doesn't even do that much damage, so sends another infantry, and wow, can't even get the guaranteed kill with tank infantry against one bolt. That's crazy. I think you might need 120 firepower to guarantee that against 110 defense. Yeah, just one bolt things. He could join this guy. If he can clear this infantry, then he can join cap. We'll see. Positioning now, he might be looking to go for this city, right? With this infantry, he puts it in the mountain. This tank cannot reach to attack this artillery. Artillery is kind of protecting these two dinosaurs. And slowly moving stuff towards the top now. He needs to respond to this pressure. He doesn't want to let this city and this one to fall, or else it'll be very hard to recover, especially with this big unit army accumulation that's happening right now. And it's gonna get tricky because that one bolt super is gonna sting real hard if there's a lot of units. So I think that it's gonna actually clear that infantry. There you go. They've already joined cap. He's gonna take out that tank, and this. Okay, he's not gonna join. He's just gonna have normal cap. Gonna have that 1 HP infantry there as a blocker, which is crazy because no infantry is in range. Like only this one could reach. So that's very nice. And even start this other capture. Not really like this is not really I'm gonna capture this city. It's more to just have control of his tile, just to make sure he gets this, and to prevent a lot of tanks attacking these guys. He's gonna join over here, so he really wants to get this. Has a double artillery setup. Gonna continue the line over here. And I love this. This is crazy. I remember seeing this and I was like, wow. This city is under threat by Starflash, right? He could mirror what Shasha is doing right here. So he could go for this city, and then he could position the artillery behind it, or whatever. But something that he can do, this is really, really good. You just put a unit on it. Usually you would put an infantry, a tank, but it can get taken out by these units, right? But if you use the right triangle unit, then they can't. So this copter is already getting a lot of value. This anti-air cannot reach that city. So it is preventing this infantry or any of these from starting a capture next turn. So that is really great usage of units. And there's going to be another one right now, which is amazing. This tank, right? This infantry wanted to go and capture this. You just put the tank on the city. There's no tanks in reach. But you know what Starflash could have done is this artillery could have gone right here. Instead of over here, which was more of a conservative play, kind of protecting both infantries, especially this one. If you were to put it over here on this road tile, then it would be locking down the city, and it would deter Shasha from sitting on it with a tank. So maybe it wouldn't mean that he could start the capture, but it would still allow the threat to happen. So just little things, just single tile, different things matter. And this was, I remember seeing this at the time. I was like, whoa. And ever since I've applied it as well. So now it's like, okay, now you have to bring that to, like, that's why stuff like this you have to see from before, right? Like you have to how do you say, foresee? I don't know. You have to kind of predict that the opponent will try to do this to like sit a unit on top of the city to prevent you from capturing it, and so therefore you have to have something that will clear the city so that they don't. So it's you have to be always one step ahead. So really nice usage there by Shasha. And now Starflash is this position is so annoying. Like you have all these units in the middle, you have this pipes, you have this mountain, you're blocked off, like you can only shoot at this one single tank. It's not going to be a very positive trade over here. He can't even get 2 attacks on this infantry, so that is going to fall. This one is going to fall, so kind of panic mode over here by Starflash. Has to build a medium tank from the one base, which is very classic and totally worth it. The classic thing that you can do on your one base when this happens, kind of low on units. So you're like, I can just build one. Let me just build a big chunker right here to make up for the lack of units that I have. So that's exactly what he does. And just gonna set up, just literally just setting up, positioning. Can't even attack anything without losing value. So, and just front switching everything, every single tank. Except this one, it's gonna stay down here apparently, try to heal up, and yeah, and now he cannot threaten the city, which is the one that Sasha is threatening. Just crazy. Anti are gonna come in. It is safe from the tanks, except from this. I think this one can reach from this plane style, but I don't think he can clear it. So yeah, that's still nice. So now, yes, he can start threatening. Like maybe next turn he can start going for this capture. There's no unit that that Shasha could put. Maybe a tank. Maybe he could put a tank over here. Honestly, I wonder if it would have been better for the arty to be over here instead. Because now a tank over here would probably be very good, right? This tank doesn't reach, so you're not gonna just hit a tank. Unless you do, you put the arty behind. It's tricky, man. It gets so complicated at the very high level. But Shasha is gonna get that. Now they're equal income, and he's gonna get that one. So now he's ahead. Man, and being down on income as Javier is not what you want to be. I might be wrong, and there might be a lot of people out there, as always people that will disagree with what I say. Comment section can always be a place, and the Discord as well. But I think that in this matchup, Javier is the one that has to be on the aggressive, like, pace. Like, he needs to be ahead on income over Von Bolt, because Von Bolt, if it's equal income, he'll be fine. Again, if he can get to a big unit buildup, that's when his super can really shine. Yes, Javier's power can also be pretty strong, especially in big unit buildup, but I don't know, in high funds, Von Bolt is one tier above than Javier, right? So, and the stunning, it makes it really hard to bait. The more units you have, the bigger the buildup. And if it hits a lot of army, then you're kind of gone. Also, like when he gets the super, remember, he gets more stats. His attack, he gets 130 and 120 defense. And Javier gets 130, 130. So it's like almost as good as Javier's power, right? Plus the lightning, so it's no joke. But Shasha is going to finish these two. And he has to respect the medium tank, so it does position stuff, so there's no free damage from the medium tank. Copter's gonna leave the city and kind of come over here at the top. It's not gonna do too much now. We got the anti-air kind of locking down this area. We have a copter locking down this area, so copters are not gonna do a lot right now. It's a little bit of a momentum there that I make a copter, and now you have to respond to an anti-air. But now when both have both, it's like right? You have anti-air, copter, anti-air. Every front is protected from copter attacks. I guess that one single, yeah, that's literally the only unit that was not protected by. Oh, actually, look, this anti-air could reach, but you can easily put a tank over here, like medium tank on the city, tank there. It's also just a 3 HP infantry, so who cares? Ooh, does not get the kill there again. Oh wow. Let me see if this is actually possible. So say you do 54, right? And then you go for the infantry attack. Oh, okay, so it is possible. It is possible to get the kill. I'm not sure what the percentage is. I'll leave it there for the smart people out there. I'm not gonna be doing math as I'm recording this live, but doesn't get the kill there. Unfortunate. Not sure if you would have wanted to though. Another thing that was really nice, this already is locking down these tiles, right? But Starflash can use this and put the copter, because the already can't shoot at it, so you can do that, right? No need to overly be passive against enemy artillery. You can put copters right there. This anti cannot reach if he blocks this tile, so very nice positioning right there. This was amazing, and no real way of breaking this. Like this infantry will go down next turn, but Shasha can't break through. Like you can't take out this medium tank, so you don't have anything that will one hit KO this tank or this copter or this tank. So really nice positioning over here. Gonna make a wall over here of infantry as well. And just bringing everything. You got this infantry pointing at the city, and you have these two dinosaurs protecting it. So this is all good for Starflash. He just has to focus to not lose, or maybe try to recover the city. But it's getting so awkward. Look at this big accumulation and so many tiles that make it kind of choky. Yes, artillery are good. So it's kind of good for both, because good for Javier because artillery, but also good for Van Ball because super is coming. Man, it's awkward. But actually, Shasha is gonna go for that city. Wow! And since this single tank, because Starflash sent every single tank over here to the top and does not have any other tank coming, so maybe a bit of an oversight there. And Shasha might just kind of shift stuff. He's probably happy that he got these two. He does have the income advantage again. So now he can just kind of reposition. It's like, okay, just defend my cities, lock them down with artillery. Like you put this guy right here, you're locking down the city. We'll see. Let's see if he does that. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. This game is so clean. It's crazy. Wow. So he just locked that. Nothing. No healthy infantry in range of this city. So, so awkward for Starflash right now. Like, what are you gonna do? You're now behind in income, like, and you're now being threatened by this. You can only hit it from one tile. This tank is blocking over here. You don't have a tank to attack it. Man, the Shasha guy is insane. And we got the medium tank chains now from the one base from Starflash, and the medium tank chain response by Shasha on the two base side. Oof. He is gonna go and interrupt that 7-5. That's horrible. And let's see what he does with the army. You can't really dislodge this. You have to get into a very nasty fight. So he'll probably have to just shift stuff down here, most likely. Like try to go for this city right here. But he's not even lugging it down. Like maybe, again, maybe this already could have gone over here. This one is to protect this infantry, maybe? I think he just wants to guarantee that that this city doesn't get flipped, right? And so he wants to have another infantry in range, because he can't really protect any infantry over here. Like this tank can go and shoot from this comm tower, nothing will shoot at it back. So, but he can protect these guys that will be in range of defending the city. Just always gotta be one step, two steps ahead. So yeah, just kind of repositioning everything down more, again in the middle, right? This area was kind of lost. A good early shift there by Shasha. Was able to get two flips, which is pretty crazy. And this one is pretty crazy. and gonna attempt to flip, but not really. Like, you have this artillery there. It's gonna do less damage because it's Javier, but I'm gonna form a nice line. Like, if you assume this one is dead, there's all this line right here. Nothing could get one hit KO'd. This could get 2 KO'd. Actually, no, not really, because of the extra defense. Maybe if you sacrifice an infantry, not sure. Artillery, this would probably be to lock down. Oh no, that's not his. Maybe to flip it in a few turns. But so very tricky stuff, right? We have this very big board of units, huge line. I remember seeing this, I was like, damn, what's gonna happen now? Like, Shasha was able to get this stuff. Will he now shift over to perhaps go for the middle, get this? Maybe he can just stall it out and just preserve the income advantage and make up for the little bit of a unit count disadvantage that he has. In the long run, he'll pick up and aim for a big super. I don't know, like the ramifications, the branches of where this match could go are endless. And it had been so clean. I was so expecting to see what Shasha would do this turn. He would go for some first strikes and stuff. But sadly, and I hope you guys don't get too mad at me, but Shasha does seem to be a player that, as I said before, kind of plays when he has time, very seasonal, and then he kind of just like leaves and boots, just like doesn't play his turn. And once you run out of time, like you have like 7 days to play your turn. Once that's out, your turn ends automatically, and that is exactly what happens right here. So he, boop, immediately it is now Starflash's turn. So he just booted, right? He has all this income, didn't build, didn't move, anything. Which is really sad, right? Because this match was going insanely clean and amazing. Such little details here, there, it's just amazing. So Starflash, he was on the back foot, even after being in a good early trade with the power. The little shift from Shasha over to the top ended up being very positive. He could have, like, this went through, but it shouldn't, right? He had the already there. So he gets the flip. He kind of has a free turn right now. So he's gonna obviously do some stuff for free. Go for this capture, get some shots. Position all this stuff. Doesn't get a shot there because there was no tank in range. Clears a few infantry. A few more infantry. Maybe goes for a few tank attacks. Yeah, okay, he goes for a triple KO there. Gets a first strike with a medium tank. And that's probably it. And I hate to break it to you again, but Shasha did boot again. Like, this is the end of the match. But what's crazy is that even after booting, and this is something that I had talked with Starflash, I remember back then, he was like, even after the boot, even after getting this free turn of attack, it was still very, very scary. Like, this guy Shasha plays so well that even after getting this nice first attack, it wasn't even looking that great for Starflash. Like, the attacks that Shasha can get this turn are very strong. He can get artillery shot here, get some copter attacks, he can clear out a bunch of these tanks, and there's not a whole lot of response. Like, it could be very bad here for Starflash, and the super is coming, right? He could even go for a bunch of these attacks and then get the super, which is why he kind of doesn't have a lot to respond to this, because he was trying to bait, right? Got the medium tank, and the medium tank is still very strong. Like, if he goes for a bunch of attacks here, then it lands over here, and there's literally nothing to respond. So even after booting, like, it's still looking so great. This guy has such amazing positioning and knows where to attack, and it's just, I don't know, it's such a big brain, everything. At the time, I could not believe what I was seeing, and even to this day, it still holds its grounds. Like, it's been like 2-3 years, and crazy the level and the detail that went through the player's mind in this match. So yeah, I'm sorry if I disappointed you with an ending that was just in a boot. Just the guy ran out of time, didn't finish his turn. it was probably, in my opinion, looking more favorable for Shasha, especially because we were coming up to a super turn. And the fact that Starflash didn't even feel confident about this last turn that he did for free is just mind blowing for me. Just wow, crazy. I would love to see this guy Shasha come back and play. Probably he's a busy guy or something, but just love to see his playstyle. There's a bunch of other matches that I've also seen from him playing against other top players that have been absolutely insane as well. Let me know if you like it. I can cover them as well. Some others might also have boots. So I don't know, let me know if you want more. It's just the detailing in the positioning and the strategy and the changing is insane, and I've always learned so much just from seeing it and trying to see what the other player tries to do in response, right? Like I don't know, I feel like I would struggle so much. Like I could not fight against this. It's just too much. Just amazing. And it just, I don't know, I really wanted to cover it because it meant a lot. It's been a match that I always kind of get reminded of. I don't know, just randomly. It feels like it was the first really big match that I ever followed so intensely. And I was checking my phone like all the time to see if there was a new turn done by any of the two. Like literally every day, just checking. I was like, oh my God, this last turn was crazy. Oh my God, look at it. It was insane. And I always hesitated on whether to cover it or not because it ended like this with a boot. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it or not. I feel like I learned a lot, so hopefully you guys did as well. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.